How are you doing today? I'm so happy that you have decided to join me for your plank and core challenge today. Now this workout is going to slow things down a little bit. We're really going to pay attention to our deep core muscles, and I'm going to do a little bit more explanation in this workout than I normally do. And that's just because I want you to really be educated on what's going on in those deep core muscles that are so crucial to your health and just like your physical capabilities in everyday activity. So first of all, I just want you to just start with a standing position and just start to really tighten up your core muscles. And what I mean by that is imagine that someone is about to punch you in the stomach. And if someone was about to do that, wouldn't you just brace yourself, just expecting that impact? Well, that's what I want you to do. And I want you to also maybe imagine that your spine has these muscles, which it does, it has these muscles that surround it. And these are your transverse abdominis muscles. They surround your spine and keep it nice and strong. So whenever you tighten up those deep core muscles, they basically just suction around your spine, keeping it extra strong. So that's what I want you to do. Just pull in those tight core muscles right now and feel that activation. Next, I just want you to be aware of the position of your pelvis. So we really are looking for a neutral pelvis in any core exercise or any exercise for that matter. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can just kind of see. Normally we have like this rock that goes back and forth in your hips. And what we want is really a anterior pelvic tilt, or we're actually trying to avoid the anterior pelvic tilt. So we want to get that posterior, so tilting the pelvis backward. Okay, so really helps you to tuck your tailbone underneath and just tilt your pelvis back. And I've used this analogy before, but imagine that you have a bucket and you don't want to spill the water that's in the bucket forward. And that is what happens when you have that anterior pelvic tilt. You're dumping the water forward. So instead, let's tilt the bucket back so we're not spilling the water out anymore, and that really just kind of helps you to tuck in your tailbone, your glutes, and keep that neutral pelvis with your abs pulled in. So that's where I want you to be for all of these core exercises. Keep that stuff in mind. The first challenge we're going to do is just a warm-up for your core. So we're going to do 30 seconds each of 4 different exercises. Okay, let's go ahead and start these together. We're going to start just by crossing across the body. Okay, so really just reaching and twisting the body, but when you keep your core muscles in super tight, you're feeling that. Okay, we could just go through the motions, but if you really keep it nice and tight, you're working your obliques, you're working your deep core muscles at the same time. We're only going to be here another 5 seconds, so really pull it in and keep it strong. 3, 2, and 1. Next, all we're going to do is bring the knee across the body here. So knee and release, knee and release. Make these exercises work for you. Again, don't go through the motions. Suck your belly button in nice and tight. I always also imagine that you're zipping up a tight pair of jeans and you really want to just zip it up. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Next exercise, one arm out to the side, all the balance on one leg, knee pulls here. Okay, so light tap of the toe. You're still sucking your abs in nice and tight and keeping that resistance in your mind. So feeling the resistance as you drive your knee up, driving your elbow down. You're gonna have 10 more seconds on this exercise. Come on, really feeling the side of the body, right? Again, this is a warm-up. We're waking up the body. Switch sides. Okay, this is the last standing exercise and we're coming down on the floor next. So really visualize the obliques lengthening and then contracting. Here, you're balancing on this leg. So you have a slight bend in that standing knee, right? Here we go. Come on, really squeezing the side of the body. You lose your balance yet too? That's okay. That's why we got a balance workout to work on that stuff too. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're coming down to the floor. The next challenge I have for you, now that we're nice and warmed up and you understand how to really contract and keep that neutral pelvis, we're gonna come down for a really short hover challenge. So a hover is on your elbows and on your toes. Keep in mind, you can always modify any of these exercises by bringing it down to your knees. We're just gonna start with a 15-second hover. hip drops. So you're just gonna rotate your hips side to side. Then you're gonna walk your feet in 2 inches, and we're going to hip pikes. And then we're gonna finish with foot lifts, okay? The really great thing about this one is we're only gonna do 15 seconds of each exercise. So a quick little 1-minute challenge. Let's go into that hover first. Come on, hold it right here. And draw those abs in. Zip up that tight pair of jeans. Keep that neutral pelvis and look right to the floor. Last 3, 2, 1. Now hip drops. So rotate side to side. Keep in mind, it's only 15 seconds. Really working the obliques as you lift that hip back up off the floor. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Walk those feet in 2 inches. Now pike it up and lower it back down. Imagine you have a string tied around your hips and someone's just lifting your hips all the way out to the ceiling. Almost done. 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Little foot lifts to finish. So alternating, nice, easy. Notice how slow I'm going. It is so controlled rather than slamming those feet on the ground. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little rest. Nice job. Okay, next challenge. We have 2 challenges left, by the way. The next one, we're gonna be on our backs. So I want you to give your arms a little rest after doing those hovers. And this time, we're gonna kick it back up again to 30 seconds each on each exercise. So let me just do a little adjustment here. Okay, come on onto your back with me. The first exercise we're gonna do is the penguin heel tap. So feet flat on the floor, knees bent. Keep your feet a little bit further away from your butt. And we're just gonna reach, keeping the shoulders and chin up off the mat. Here. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for toe touches. So legs go straight up in the air, toe touch. We're gonna finish with the side crunch on each side. Okay, you know what to do. I'm gonna start my timer and we're gonna do that penguin heel tap, 30 seconds, and go. Go ahead and reach the heels. I know I barely gave you any real instruction on this. We just flew right into it. But this is simple. The further you have your feet away from your butt, the harder you're gonna challenge yourself. So notice how I have to get a lot deeper. Chin stays off your chest like you have an orange between your chin and chest, and you're looking straight up to the ceiling. Reaching for those ankles. We're going 30 seconds. So you got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet go all the way up to the ceiling. Pull those toes back towards you and reach. So you're reaching for the outside of the opposite foot, so you get that nice oblique twist. And you could also try and reach all the way for your ankle. If you want to make it harder, chin stays off your chest still, because we really want to protect the neck. Always. Keep going. I'm going to check our timer. You got 3, 2, 1. Come on, drop those knees down and off to the side. Hands a light touch behind your head and crunch up. So again and again, I'm going to remind you to keep that chin off your chest and focus on lifting the shoulders up off the mat. Squeeze the oblique. Nice job. So right now we're really working on one side of the body. It feels so good. I'm feeling the burn. Are you? Wow, I love working my core because it makes you feel so strong and powerful. Keep going. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. Drop those knees off and lift. Here we go. Come on, crunch it up. And light touch of those fingers behind your head. You use your core strength to lift you up. You're not yanking on your head, right? Just a few more reps. You're almost finished. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good work, everybody. Come on and roll it up. Guess what? We have one last challenge. And this time we're back on the hands and the arms. So we're gonna do the plank challenge next. So just like before, we're gonna start with just a basic movement. So no movement at all, actually. We're just gonna hold the plank right here. So on your hands and on your toes. Remember, you can always be on your knees. Just keep your butt down whenever you do this. Next exercise, we're gonna take little shoulder taps. So from here, just tapping one shoulder and the other. That is a super challenging movement, so just do the very best that you can with it. The next thing that we're gonna do is just bring the knees across the body from that plank position. So this is kind of like a mountain climber. We're just slowing it down. Final exercise, moving plank. You drop down to one elbow, then the other elbow. You push up and push up. Then you're gonna drop down on the opposite elbow the second time through. Hey, guess what? This is it. This is your last minute. That's it. 15 seconds of each exercise. Get up in your plank. Go. One more minute. Challenge your core. See what you can do. Pull your belly button in and up and keep that neutral position in your pelvis. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Step those feet a little wider and shoulder tap. So you want to have that stable base with your feet first. Now pay attention to make sure your hips aren't rocking side to side. Body is nice and straight and strong. Last one, knee pulls across the body, set it back. So we're really controlling this movement. Your shoulders are still right over top of your hands, right? And you're looking into the mat. Last one, moving plank, last 15 seconds. Down, down, up, up. Switch elbows, down, down, up, up. Let's go one more on each side. Up, up. Last one. Yes, you made it. Hallelujah, you did it. Good job. I know that wasn't an easy challenge because I was feeling it. I'm breathing heavy. My core feels great. How do you feel? I hope that you come back and try this challenge again and again and continue to get stronger. Have a great day. I'll talk to you next time.